Hello and welcome back to our channel. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for the support. And to my new subscribers, thank you for the subscription, and thank you for viewing my videos, and thank you for just being here. And this is home. Feel most welcome, and this is where we roll. And so today I just wanted to tackle on something, because we've been talking extensively about witches and witchcraft, and what else, what have you, and right, runners. So today I just wanted to tackle something small about African. I wanted to tackle about traditional customs and beliefs. Traditional customs and beliefs in the African communities. That is what I want to tackle. And that is what I want to talk about. Traditional customs and beliefs in African communities, and more so in the Luo. Yes, here I'm talking about Luo because I am one of them. Yes, I'm one of them. And so this is something that I know, and this is something that I believe in, and this is something that I was born in. So at least I know something about it. And in traditional customs and beliefs amongst the Luos, for those people who don't know Luos, they are Nilotes found in Kenya. Yeah, the Luos. Though we have the Luos in Uganda, we have Luos in, I don't know whether we have Luos in Tanzania, we have Luos in Sudan. Yes, we have the Chulis, the Luos in Sudan, we have the Luos in Uganda, and we also have Luos in Congo. Yes, if I'm not wrong. Yes, Luos are almost everywhere. Then we have the Luos in Kenya. And Luos in Kenya are found along Lake Victoria. Yes, they are found along Lake Victoria. If you go to the western part of Kenya, that is where most of the Luos are found, and mostly they are fishermen. They used to be, even though nowadays we have Luos are like, they take part in other economic activities, but in the olden days they used to be farmers and fishermen, because of the lake, the presence of lake, and that is Lake Victoria. So most of them were farmers and fishermen. That was the main economic activities among the Luo people, and still being practiced till date. If you go to the interior part of the country of the Luo, or of the country where the Luos are coming from, most of them you'll find that are fishermen. They just go fishing and then they sell, and that is how they survive. That is how they pay their bills, through fishing. So they can fish along the lake, in the lake, or in the rivers, by laying the traps. In the rivers, they fish through laying of the traps, and in the when it comes to the lake, they just to take a canoe or a boat, and then they go fish. Or maybe also they can also put some traps in the lake where how they fish, and that is how they fish. I think there's a video. I don't know whether it's a short video that I uploaded. I think I'll upload it. I think I'm going to upload it. How they used to fish, how they even till now, how they normally fish in the middle of the lake. Yeah, in the middle of Lake Victoria, they normally fish. I don't know whether it is still there, but it's there in one of my videos, in the shorts. If at all you want to see how they fish in the middle of the lake, you go back to my videos in the short videos that I've been uploading. There is a video there that shows how they normally fish or lay their traps in the middle of Lake Victoria. Yeah, it's something that it's unheard of, because even me, I was shocked when I saw it. I was very, very shocked, because I've never seen that. And in fact, I was like, how do these people do this? How do they wear traps in the middle of the lake and remove the fish and get even the fish? I was even shocked, because it's something that I've never seen, but it's there. So if at all you want to see it, go back to my short videos. It is there. I had already uploaded it some months ago. I don't know, 3 months or so. I uploaded it. It's there. So that is how they normally do, and that is how they survive back in the village. That is how they survive. So today in Africana, in the traditional customs and beliefs, I just wanted to talk about the initiation, the rites of passage amongst the Luos. Just like rites of passage, in each and every community in Kenya, or rather in Africa, or rather in this particular in Kenya, we have rites of passages. Though now, right now, nowadays they don't do it, but in the olden days, this is what they used to do. They really used to value these rites of passages. But nowadays, it's not common, especially among my community or among my people. It's not common anymore. But during the olden days, it is something that it was common and it was a must. For you to to be considered an adult, you just had to undergo these rites of passage. And if you compare it with other communities, you'll find that amongst the Luo is something that was very different. It was very different, and in fact painful. I can say that it was one of the most painful experiences ever as compared to other tribes, because other tribes or other communities in Africa or in Kenya, let me say just in Kenya, you'll just find that other communities there, they used circumcision as a means of passage. And here amongst the Luos or plain Nilotes and what do you call it? Yes, among the Nilotes, let me just say, among the Nilotes, the Luos being one of the Nilotes, because we came from Sudan. Yes, we came from Sudan. The Luos came from Sudan. That's the origin. So you'll find that amongst the Luo, they used the initiation rites, or as a rite of passage, as compared to other tribes or other communities, whereby they use circumcision, the removal of the foreskin. That is how they did it. And in most of the communities, you'll find that the girls were not involved in this as compared to the Luo. The Luos, everybody was involved, whether you're a girl or a boy. These were the customs and these were the things that you're supposed to do for you to go to another stage in life, for you to be allowed to sit with the elders, for you to be allowed to get married or to marry, just had to go through all these things. But other communities will find that maybe the Kalenjins yes, the Kalenjins, you'll find that it wasn't a must for the ladies to go through all these rites. Once the guys, or rather the boys, go through these rites, that was it. Yes, that was just it. But even you compare it with other communities, like maybe the Kikuyus or the Kisis, that was a different story, because the Kikuyus also, the ladies also underwent those rites of passage, and amongst the Kisi, it wasn't like a must, or even the Kuria, it wasn't like it was a must for the ladies to also undergo the same rites of passage. It was like just like the cutting of the clitoris. Let me say, yes, the cutting of the clitoris was for just to reduce the level of how can I put it, to sexual pleasure amongst women, because they are highly sexually active. And then among the Kikuyu, they also had to remove the clitoris as a rite of passage. That was among the Kikuyus. Among the ladies, or rather in girls, it was a must. And even in the Samburus, in fact, the Lailos are one of the people that practices both sexes, like male and female, were supposed to be initiated to another level or another stage. Mostly it was amongst the Nilotes. So in the Luo community, their initiation rites was like kind of different, because first of all, yes, just like other communities, they had to undergo some form of education, or rather training, for them to be told the importance of going through that rite and why they were supposed to be going through that rite. So you'll find that in the Luos, they had some equipment that they used to do all these things, like they did have some equipment that they used to do these things. So amongst the Luos, what they normally did was the removal of the 6 lower teeth. Yes, the removal of the 6 lower teeth. That was a must, whether you are a boy or a girl. For you to be considered an adult, your 6 lower teeth had to be removed. So that was their initiation method, how they are supposed to be allowed to go to another stage. It was through the removal of the 6 lower teeth, and that was a must, whether you are a girl or a boy. When it reaches a certain age, that was a must, that was a rite that you're supposed to pass and that you're supposed to undergo. So they used to take there's this something that looks like a chisel. Is this like a chisel? Yeah, it was like a chisel that was being taken, and then they burn it on the charcoal to, what do you call it? To sanitize it. It was burnt on placed on the fire for it to get sanitized. Then after that, they used it to remove the 6 lower teeth. And then after it has been removed, that was it. Now you are considered an adult. You can get married or you can marry. And then after the removal of those teeth, you could see that the blood would even come out. So the blood would come out so much. The person would even shed a lot of blood. And for the blood to stop, what they used to do is to take gruel. Not gruel, but ugali. Ugali is a mixture of water and flour. And then they used to make ugali from what do you call it, from millet or sorghum or cassava. That was what they used to do. For those people who are East Africans, you know what I'm talking. If I say ugali, you know what I'm talking about. But if at all you're watching me from all over the world, yeah, or from yeah, let me say outside Africa or even within Africa, but maybe you don't get whatever I'm trying to say. Ugali is like corn flour. Yes, a mixture of corn flour and water. If at all you want to see the process of how to make ugali, this ugali that I'm talking about, go back to my video and we'll see how it was made, how we make ugali. Yeah, I have a video that I uploaded about the process of making ugali, how to make ugali, how we normally make ugali. It is there in my video. So if at all you don't know how to go about it, or you don't know what I'm talking about, please kindly go back to my video and you'll watch the process of making that ugali or how how ugali looks like. So after the removal of those teeth, you'll find that it would be painful. That the gums would be very painful, and then blood will be oozing out, something of that sort. So they will take a piece of very hot ugali and place it there. Just plaster it there for it to stop bleeding, and for the nerves to like relax. So that is how they used to do it. After the removal of those teeth, it wasn't done surgically, it was just done manually. You can imagine the pain that the person would go through, and you're not supposed to be shedding tears. Mark you, that was one of the things. You are not supposed to be shedding any tear. So when the blood was oozing out, they just take the piece of ugali. By then the piece of ugali would be ready by then. The ugali is there, and the person doing it was also there. So after the person is done removing the teeth, they will just take a piece of ugali, a hot piece of ugali, and plaster it there on the gums where they remove the teeth, and plaster it there and leave it there for some time until it cools and the place cools down. So one of the main reasons why they used to remove this teeth, because the removal of this teeth will really help in the after time. Maybe, yeah, in the after time. So apart from the rites of passage or maybe the initiation as one of the reasons why they remove the teeth, another reason why they used to remove the teeth and why they saw it as important was that if at all the person would be sick, maybe bedridden or something, that the person would even not even open his or her own mouth, was the same gap on the lower teeth that they would use to feed that person. Because the person is sick, maybe is bedridden, the person cannot even open his or her own mouth to take food or even liquid stuff. So they would just try to open the lips, the lips, yes. Then after opening the lips, they would pass liquid food. Yes, liquid food. They would pass it through that gum. So that gap. So that was also one of the reasons, the importance of even removing the teeth. Though right now you'll find that there are other churches, maybe among the Luo communities, that are still practicing it. That if at all maybe you want to take any leadership position in that church, you cannot be given any leadership position with your teeth full in your mouth. And that church, one of them is called Legio Maria. Legio Maria. If at all you want to see more about Legio Maria, you can Google it out. I think it's everything is there in the YouTube. You can Google it out and find more. And find more about that church. So in Legio Maria, that is one of the things that they normally use. They cannot give you any position, any leadership position in that church. If at all you still have your teeth, all your teeth are intact, you cannot be given. And in fact, if at all they see that you're still having you're praying with them, or you're one of their congrats. Is it congrats? Congrats, or yeah, something of that sort. You are praying with them, among them, and you still have all your teeth. That is like an abomination in that church. They consider you as a goat. They would even call you a goat. That what is this goat doing here? Because they consider that it's the only goat that's supposed to be having all the teeth intact. So they would make arrangements for you to have your teeth, the 6 lower teeth, removed. So after that, you'll be given any leadership position in church. So that is how they're still practicing it even to date. Yes, the Legio Maria, they're still doing it even to date. If you're told you are one of those people, you're one of the congregates or one of the congregations, is it congregation or congrats or congregates, something of that sort. So like you are praying with them, you just have to have your teeth removed for you to be considered like a member. So it is still being practiced today by that church. But the Luos nowadays, they don't do it. They are liberated. Can I say that? Yeah, they are liberated, and nowadays they don't do it. They don't practice the rites of passage, though they still not still, because they never used to circumcise then. They never used to circumcise to get circumcised or something of that sort. But nowadays they do circumcision, but they don't do initiation of the removal of 6 teeth. They don't do it unless maybe you are from that church that I'm talking about, which is called the Legio Maria. That's the only church in the Luo community that are still practicing the removal of the 6 teeth. That even if at all you go to that church, you find that almost everyone has the 6 teeth removed. So that is the rite of passage amongst the Luo people. We are still going to continue with this because we still have a long way to go. We still, when it comes to the Luo community, because I just wanted to tackle each and everything that concerns the Luo community. So I started with the initiation rites. So tomorrow, I don't know whether I can go on with the marriage and something that we shall see. So the continuation of this video is going to be tomorrow. We're going to continue with the Luo traditional customs and beliefs amongst the Luo community. So another video, I'll upload it tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to have another video, so watch out for that. Turn on your notification bells and remember to like, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. And if at all you haven't subscribed, please kindly, I don't know what you're waiting for. I don't know what you're waiting for. The family is growing. The family is growing, and let's grow together. So if I told you you've been watching me and you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. And also, if I told you're watching me and you haven't shared this video, share. And if I told you also you're watching me and you haven't told a friend to tell a friend about us, then you're making your friend to miss a lot on this. So till then, let's meet tomorrow for another epic